Ladies and gentlemen, it has been almost a month and a half since I uploaded the last episode of Free Chunking. I have been hard at work, and we've made a ton of progress that I'm excited to share with you. There will be smithing highs, goblin lows, and some solid account progress mixed in. First, let's roll the intro. Hello and welcome to Free Chunking, my extreme, free-to-play, one-chunk Iron Man. Come with me as I explore the world of Gielinor piece by piece, and discover everything that free-to-play RuneScape has to offer. Once I've completed the free-to-play map, I'll be activating membership and all the new tasks that come with it, all at once. Let's get going! I've got some big news for y'all. These last 4 bars are gonna get me to 30 smithing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have unlocked steel bars. Oh, that's so exciting. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some out of the bank, and I'll walk you through my plan. My hope is to get up to 34 as soon as possible. At 34 smithing, we get access to steel nails. The only type of nail that free-to-play players are able to actually smith are steel nails. It's needed in the Dragon Slayer quest. And so if I smith all of my steel bars into nails, that'll give me a leg up in the construction grind when I actually activate membership, and I'll have a bunch of nails saved up. So I'm gonna smith whatever until level 34 smithing, then I'll start on nails. Yep. Looks like I'm gonna be walking for most of this. Here's a neat little upgrade, some iron plate legs. They'll replace my bronze plate legs, and they'll give us just the smallest bonuses to defense. So I've got this tab over here. This is my junk tab. I started picking up all of the drops that are kind of useless from the Black Knight at about kill count 6,000. And my plan is to sell them at a general store when I get access to them. Just a little bit of extra cash. I might as well pick them up. I'm close to a bank. I bank often. I might as well. And there's level 34 smithing. Let's go ahead and make a steel sword, our best in slot stab weapon. And that is a chunk task completed. And now we can do all of our steel bars into nails for the rest of forever. So I've noticed something weird about this anvil. Every once in a while I'll stop smithing from a full inventory. I'm hands off of keyboard and mouse right now. I'm just watching. Ah, there it is. Why did I stop? I wasn't even focused in the window. There are no inputs telling my character to stop. Also, sorry for just watching from orbit. I don't get it. Maybe there's some weird refreshing of the anvil because this area is used in the Desert Treasure quest in Members Worlds. Maybe the anvil refreshes every once in a while. I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know, please. And that is the last of the 409 steel bars that we started with. Got me up to 37 smithing. That ain't bad. Okay. Well, I am back to the grind of killing the Black Knight. Just for reference, right now we are at 8,948. Check it out. Level 41 smithing. That means that I am officially halfway to 48. A little bit of a progress update. We have killed 13,110 Black Knights to get here. So I expect to end at around 30,000 Black Knights. That's including the bonuses that I get from XP lamps and all of the extra XP that I got from bronze bars along the way. Alright, let's get back to it. Check it out. There is level 80 strength off of purely wizards and Black Knights. That is wild. Got one of my chunk mates here. We are almost 14,000 Black Knights in, so we're getting there. It has been almost 3 weeks since I last recorded anything, and I've been hard at work. I am up to 45 smithing, about to be 46. The first chunk task that I have is to make a steel warhammer, and to wield it, this is a strength task. It requires 5 strength. And there is 46 smithing, and I can now smith steel plate legs, which is a new best in slot for my legs. Slightly more shiny. It's got some more defense. It'll help me out with the Black Knight. Alright, let's smith the rest of these into nails. I am over 10,000 nails right now. Give you a progress update. I am at 19,712 Black Knights. That is so many Black Knights. I've got 2 more levels, and I'll hit level 48 smithing. I'll be able to make a steel plate body. You might have noticed that I actually already have 3 steel plate bodies. Those are from the mystery box from the quiz master random. However, that does not count because the task is not to wear a steel plate body, it is to smith a steel plate body. So we'll get back to it. I'll probably see you in another week or so, however long it takes me to finish these last 2 levels. The time has come. I am 6 experience away from 48 smithing, and I've got 1 steel bar to make into nails and 5 more to make into a steel plate body, and we are done. It has been 575 hours that I have been here. I have killed 23,230 Black Knights. You can see the loot there on the right. Lots of useful stuff going forward. I'm really excited about these law runes. My understanding is that law runes are hard to get in free-to-play, so having 1,100 of them stacked up is really nice. I've got a bunch of crafting XP banked, a bunch of other useful runes, over 2,000 mithril arrows. That's nice. 300k gold. Good stuff. Alright. Let's go ahead and make 1 nail. 48 smithing. And a steel plate body for a chunk task complete. Oh, we're done. Alright, let's head on over to the chunk picker and roll a new chunk. Before we roll our next chunk, I just want to take a minute and tell y'all how much I appreciate the support I've gotten since starting this channel. Those of you who have left comments, sent me messages, or stopped by in game to say hi, it means the world to me. Thank you. This last week I've set up a Discord server. There's an invite link in every video description. I'll be posting updates, theory crafting, hanging out, and recruiting for future projects there, so stop by and say hi. Alright, let's get back to the chunk roll. Here we are at the chunk picker. You can see it's been 65 days since my last 65 days? Holy cow. I didn't realize it had been that long. 2 months, over 2 months since my last roll. I've made some updates to the chunk picker. I've colored the chunks based on their length. We've got green, which are going to be quick and easy. Chunk 3 is going to be a starting of a quest, and that's it. This is corner content, so there's nothing here. And this one is level 35 cooking to make a jug of wine, and chopping and burning yew logs. I already have the wood cutting requirement for the yew logs. I have all the logs that I need to complete fire making, and I've already started that. When I needed a little bit of extra AFK time, I've been doing that on the side. And the cooking, that's going to be about 900 chickens, assuming I don't fail to cook very many. We've definitely done worse. You'll notice that I marked some death chunks. These 2 combined are death chunks. Individually, they're okay. This one on the left gives me adamantite, which unlocks a smithing grind. However, I don't have a pickaxe. The one on the right does give me a pickaxe, but it itself doesn't have a huge smithing grind. Up here, Falador East, this one is scary. It's the mining guild. These 2 are also scary. I can't access the dwarven mine without the monastery chunk, so together they're a death grind. I have to unlock both of them in order to unlock that death grind. And then we've got Bryophyta over here, which unlocks rune. That's level 99 smithing, which is terrifying, but that's far away. That is so many chunk rolls away. Watch me beeline straight to it. Alright. Without further ado, let's mark this as complete and roll a new chunk. Okay, corner content. That's exciting. No new chunk tasks, but we do have Falador Farm unlocked. So, that is a fishing grind, that's a couple of quest starts. That's the yew logs chopping and burning. That is a fishing grind. It looks like there's a bit of a cooking grind too. That won't be a big deal because we'll have the fishing grind. Definitely my favorite chunk out of the three. However, it does put us right next to the Mining Guild Death chunk. So that's scary. But let's go ahead and pull another one. Okay. We're expanding. So we've got 35 cooking to brew a jug of wine, and 60 fire making and wood cutting to chop and burn logs. Let's go ahead and explore our new chunks. Alright, first on over here, we've got Port Sarum. Eventually we'll get access to all of this, but that is not today. Let's head over to the other chunk. Let us unlock and head on in. Got a bunch of goblins in here. They do have different drop tables similar to the skeletons in the sewer. So I'll need to do some looking up and figure out exactly which goblin it is that drops the grapes that I need. We'll see if they have any other useful things. The ham hideout is over here. I don't have access to that. Some more goblins. We're touching Lumbridge Castle. So close. There's a mugger. Does the mugger have anything in his drop table? Sweet. Alright, well I'm gonna go grab an axe and we will knock a chunk task out right out the gate. You can see I'm level 45 fire making already. So I'll hammer that out. It's gonna be pretty AFK. I'll just do the forester's campfire. There is a chunk task completed. Very good. Alright. So we do have the chicken in the base of the wizard's tower. And from the math I did probably over a month ago, it has been a long time. The chicken in the basement of the wizard's tower, 900 chickens, and I'm actually going to train up my ranged. So let me gear up in my best in slot ranged gear. We have all of these bronze and iron arrows from the maze randoms. So we'll pull out all my bronze arrows. We can actually come over here to Diego. He sells a cursed goblin bow. Now, you might be familiar with the cursed goblin hammer, which gives a minus 100 accuracy to every combat style. However, the bow and the staff don't have any negative stats. And in fact, you can fire and hit with the cursed goblin bow. It's really slow. It's terribly slow. It's 6 tick. But I'm thinking I'm going to use it to get some extra range levels ahead of time. Now, fortunately, the chicken has negative defense stats, so that first ranged XP on the account. So, what I'm going to do is sit here and train for a bit, get my range level up, get a bunch of raw chickens for cooking, and this should go by pretty quick. Okay, one full inventory of chickens got us up to full range. I did double check the number. We're looking at 743, so I think I'm gonna bank 743 and then see how much we burn from that, and just do it all in one go. In case you're curious, these are the final stats from the Black Knight grind. Got 56 prayer, 86 strength, 70 attack, 70 defense, 78 hit points. Not bad at all. We're at level 25 fishing just from the fishing bob random event. Alright, let's get back to it. So I was looking for something AFK to do, so I thought I'd go chop some yews. I was at the bank and I clicked over here, and look what I just found. You can chop this tree through the fence. Oh, that's so interesting. I wonder if there are other trees that you can do that with, or if that is unique to that tree only. It looks like it kind of clips through the diagonal there. Are there any others around here that are like that? That might be the only tree that you can chop from the other side of the fence. Let me know if you know of another tree that you can do this from. Check it out, level 60, fire making. Go ahead and grab a yew log. Add it to the, no, let's burn it itself. That is a chunk task completed. Okay, all I have left is to finish getting all of the raw chicken. I'm at 192, so I need about 550 more. Range levels are coming along good, we're at 14. 15 is the range level that I actually start hitting a 3, which means that I can one-shot the chicken. Ooh, one shot. This bow feels like a meme. It does. But the negative defense from the chicken, I'm hitting every single shot. So I will take the range levels as early as I can get them. Alright, I've got about 100 chickens that I still need to collect, but I figure I'd come over here and see if I can get the grapes that I need for my level 35 task to make some wine. I'm looking on the wiki right now. There are 2 drop tables for goblins, and I'm looking for drop table number 2. And it says that it is accessed by some level 2 goblins holding weapons and or shields in the Goblin Cave and west of the Fishing Guild, as well as some level 5. Okay, so level 2 holding weapons. I don't see any weapons on them. No weapons on them. Lots of goblins. None of them are holding weapons though. A level 5 with a weapon. There are a couple of items that will tell me if I'm on the right drop table or not. So we'll see if I can get one of those early. Wow, I can hit a 4? Level 25 range, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, this just dropped 3 coins, which, believe it or not, is an indication that we are on the right drop table. Drop table 1 does not drop coins in increments of 3. It looks like this is the only goblin that will drop grapes. So 1 out of 128, and knowing my luck on this account, it's probably going to take me about 200 kills, so I'll see you when I get the grapes. This is Greg. I am not the first to farm Greg for his drops, and I will probably not be the last. But Greg is not an ordinary goblin. Greg is a prison warden, guarding my jail of bad drop RNG. So you know how I said that I'll see you in 200 kills? Kind of as a joke, because I always go dry on things. I was really hoping it was a joke. Check it out. I'm at 256 kills right now. I am over double the drop rate for these grapes. I did not think that I'd go dry on literally everything. I'm tempted to say, I'll see you in another 200 kills. But now I'm starting to think the Jagex is listening to me and purposefully making these things come through. So I will see you at the end of this kill. I thought this was just going to be a quick little side adventure. Grab the grapes, go back, finish the cooking grind, and we're good to go. I'm 400 goblins in, and I still haven't gotten the 1 out of 128 grapes. Well, we keep going. Check it out. No grapes in my inventory. 500 goblin KC. I am starting to think that my account is legitimately cursed. We are almost 4 times the drop rate. We're 12 away. 512 is 4 times the drop rate for these grapes. Oh man, imagine if I had gone 500 KC on the Lesser Demon instead of 291. That is 40 ranged, trying to get grapes from goblins. Still no grapes. Almost 600 goblins in. This is supposed to be easy. This is supposed to be simple. This is supposed to be brief. Get in, get the grapes, get out, continue on. I marked this as a less than 10-hour chunk. This goblin is making a liar out of me. It exists. It exists. 614 kills, and it exists. Jagex, can I get spooned on something, please? Okay, well, we have about 100 more. Let's see how many I need. Yeah, we need about 100 more chickens. We will cook them all, and then we will check to see how many we burned. We'll grab the rest that we need, and we'll be done with this chunk. I did keep a couple of goblin mails for the goblin diplomacy quest, as well as some capes. I figure later I can dye these and match them to different gear sets that I have. Alright, back to chickens. Alright, we have 743 raw chickens. Go ahead and cook them and see how many we burned. Man, first inventory is not looking promising. Alright, this is the last of the chickens. I burned a lot more than I was expecting to. I burned 126. So I'm gonna go get 3 more inventories of chicken. My burn rate has gone down significantly, so that should be enough to get me up to 35, so see you then. Alright, here it is. Light this fire, cook this chicken. Level 35, use the grapes on the water. I got this water from the Wizard Tower fountain. So this is fountain water wine. Fountain wine? Fountain wine. Give that, I think it's about 10 seconds. And there it is. Chunk task completed. Alright, let's switch on over to the chunk map and get our next chunk rolling. Once again, I will point you to the legend down in the bottom left. We've got 2 basically free chunks. We've got a couple that are going to be under 10 minutes. Lumbridge has a bunch of small tasks. Nothing difficult, everything that I could do in 30 seconds each. We've got a fishing grind here, as well as a bit of a cooking grind, but that won't be too bad because we'll be able to start fishing. I'm actually really hoping for South Falador Farm. It puts me right next to the Death Chunk, the Mining Guild, but it also puts me closer to Falador West, which I do want. Once I get Falador West, I'm happy to get the Mining Guild. I also want Lumbridge, but I think the safest thing for me is going to be to shoot straight up north. Oh man, there are Death Chunks everywhere. It's scary. I just gotta roll. No more stalling. I'm gonna roll. Lumbridge Mill. Okay. So Lumbridge Mill I have is orange, which is less than 10 hours. The only thing that I really need to do in here is to complete the Sheep Shearer quest. That normally wouldn't be an issue, but I don't have access to a spinning wheel, and so the only way that I can get balls of wool to complete this quest is from the imp spawn in Draenor. And that's where we will end today's episode. I'm happy to have more than doubled my map size. Hopefully I can do it again next episode. Until next time. Also, don't forget to join my Discord, link in the description.